Somewhere in between the densely wooded Pine Barrens and the overpopulated sprawl of South New Jersey lies a college town with just under 20,000 residents. And much like the neighboring Princeton University in Rutgers, New Brunswick, there is certainly something to be said about the people, the culture, and the heritage. Welcome to historical Glassboro, New Jersey, home of Rowan University. With the recent $117 million in bond referendum money going mostly towards campus construction, it's not hard to tell that the school is thriving. After a recent housing plan, shopping district, business, engineering, and medical school in the works, it's becoming increasingly hard to tell where the town's roots once grew. What better place to find out more than the local Glass Museum, just a short walk down High Street.
One of my earliest memories was living in an apartment here in the town, and there was a balcony upstairs. And I would look down, and every afternoon during the Depression, the men who did not have jobs, and you can't imagine how many people did not have jobs during that major Depression, would congregate on the Borough Hall steps. They had nothing to do, they just congregated and talked all afternoon long. I was like 4, I can remember back that far. Glassboro was a blue-collar town for most of its history. Most everyone either worked on the farms or in the glass industry. Recently, with the college, now when normal school started, 1923 I think it was, my mother was in the first class. Dr. Savitz was not too encouraging to have the town and the normal school interact. In fact, he was very adamant that they not communicate with each other. Sadly, I think this has carried through to today, and I think it had an effect on the expansion of the love between the town and the education system. The glass industry went through the Stangers, and went through the Hestons and Carpenters, and went through the Whitneys. The Whitneys had the best glass plant in the country at that time. They had the largest numbers of styles and colors. Renowned, and the Whitneys were very affluent people. Not to the point of like the Rockefellers, the Morgans, I don't mean like that, but in this area, they were in the upper echelon. They paid their workers in company store money. They minted and they printed their own money. That's all the workers had, and they would only redeem it in their company store. No matter how you twist it, it was a form of slavery. So they all had, I remember as a child playing in my grandmother's attic in a trunk, and the whole thing was filled with bottles and pieces. And they're just gone, you know, they're just gone. Or my grandfather, who was the last what's the word I want? Manager of the Whitney store, let them smash them by throwing them out the window, see? So all of my collection was either given to me or I bought. I don't have one family piece. What can I say, you know? This is the Hesston bottle. This is the oldest authenticated bottle that Glassboro owns today. It was 1784. It was given to the one that the university was given to the library by Thomas Sinnott, who was a brother-in-law of the Whitneys. It has 18 spirals around it and is really rare, the rarest of the rare today. I know of 3. This is the booze bottle. This one was ordered purportedly, and it may just be a story. I don't want you to publish it as the gospel, but one story is that it was ordered by President Harrison to give to his campaign workers. And he was deceitful, and he wanted them to think that he came from humble origins, and he ordered this log cabin bottle. He had a man in Philadelphia who was a whiskey distributor by the name of Booze fill the bottles with alcohol for him, and he gave them to his campaign workers. Oh, I don't know.
Or one of them.
You see, when you're
What do you?
when you're a collector, and you see, and having been born and raised in Glassboro, to me the most interesting thing is the Whitney collection. I did my master's on the Whitney Glassworks, but there are many interesting people. If you lived in Clayton, you would think it would be the Clevengers, you know. If you lived in Mulligan Hill, you would think it was from there. But we have glass pieces from all over this Delaware Valley now, and we're very, very fortunate. We just started off with a few pieces, and since 1979, we have grown to this size, you know.
Rest my hand as we parade and plant seeds through the street and search for messages in all the bottles we see to change our ways, change my name. Now I'm searching for souls in each eye that I pass, only to find we're all mud, dirt, and glass, sitting with our stones below the stream on our own. Has only pictures inside, so you can tell the world you once held a happier life. But without clouds hanging overhead, there can be no garden in